So now we are going to declutter my eyeshadow palettes. Now I don't have as many as a lot of people that do beauty videos on YouTube do. I really try and limit myself to the palettes that I actually purchase because they're expensive, first of all. And not only that, but I mean, I don't know. It's a lot. It gets very overwhelming when you have a lot of palettes. So I'm going to pull them out because the light is really, it's kind of dark where you see it. But this is kind of where I store them for right now, in an envelope holder and then in the top few drawers of this Muji drawer system. I don't think I'm going to store them in here in the future. I don't know. I might. Regardless, that's where I'm storing them right now. So let's go ahead and spread them out and see what I have. So after I just finished saying that I don't feel like I have a lot of palettes, I realize I really do. But that's why I'm decluttering, so let's go ahead and do it. Over here I've got a few smaller, like that's a quad, that's just a duo, things like that, because I did my single shadows in a separate video, but everything that has more than one I'm doing in this video. So let's get started. This here is a Maybelline quad, and it's one of my favorites. It's in Mocha Motion, and it's like this really pretty, if I can get it open, quad that's got just the perfect range of colors for an everyday look, and I have just fallen in love with it. So this I'm definitely going to keep. And if you notice, it's, I think, quite literally the only drugstore quad that I own, because either if I just don't spend money on them. I don't know why. I really don't. I do have a lot of e.l.f. shadows, though, which you'll see in a second, so I'm definitely going to keep that. This is a Tarina Tarantino duo, and it's in Jasper and Agate, or Agate. Why don't I know how to say that? And people keep telling me how to say it, and then I forget. I know that's terrible. But you can tell I've used this quite a bit. I love this duo, and it's on HauteLook all the time for, like, I want to say $10. And it is absolutely stunning. And what I love is it's a lot of shadow, so it's going to take a while to run out, but it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See, I haven't seen this in a while or used it, so I'm excited to use it now. So obviously going to keep that, and the packaging is so flippin' pretty. This is a Bare Minerals 8-pan palette. It's their Ready eyeshadow, and it's in the shade, or the palette is called the Power Neutrals. Really pretty colors, but this one I got within the past, like, year, even sooner. I feel like within the past, like, 6 months. And if I remember right, I spent gift cards on it. So I, like, spent, you know, stuff that I was saving up, and I was so excited about it. And I like a few of them, like these matte shadows here, but this one here is a really pretty shimmery color, but it has a lot of fallout, and so does this one. So I don't find myself reaching for it much, but since it is new and I did spend a decent amount of money on it, I want to make sure that I'm ready to get rid of it. So I'm kind of on the fence, so I want to use it a bit more, and maybe the next time I do my declutters, this might go. But I'm not ready to part with it yet, because I mean, I did like it. I just need to use it and make sure that it's worth keeping for me. Plus, the packaging on these drives me crazy because it shows fingerprints like whoa, like it really drives me crazy. I kind of zoomed in a little bit because it was just, I don't know, everything was far away. So this is an e.l.f. palette that actually e.l.f. sent me. I guess I'm on their, like, preferred bloggers list. I don't really know. It just kind of happened randomly. They just said, hey, you know, we've watched your channel, and of course I do tons of e.l.f. videos. It was still exciting for me, but it wasn't that surprising because I love e.l.f. I really genuinely do, and I always have. So they send me random things from time to time, and, you know, it's up to me what I want to do with it. Like if I want to show it in a video or not, or whatever. So this was one of the ones they sent to me, and I did a giveaway with a few because they sent me doubles of them. And it's a really pretty palette. But I mean, really, truly, honestly, it's probably a dupe for the Naked palette, or maybe a mixture of any of the Naked palettes. And the shadows are absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at that. I mean, it's incredible. But I feel like, oh, that kind of got messed up. I feel like it's just one of those things that it's not something I reach for a lot. And I'm not even sure, it doesn't have a name. I don't know if these were limited edition during the holidays. So even if I were to feature it like in a video, I don't even know that you can buy it. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and pass this on while it's still pretty new. Because, like I said, I'm just not reaching for it. So I think I'm just going to pass it on. This is a Mary Kay, like a palette that you can fill yourself. And over the past year or so, I've had I think 2 different subscribers send me different Mary Kay shadows, and these are all of them, and it was awesome that they all fit in there. These are really amazing, amazing shadows. I mean, like, I can't stress that enough. They're like, again, unbelievable. These are very similar to those e.l.f. ones I just did, aren't they? I mean, they really are amazing shadows. So if you are a Mary Kay person, or if there's a really good deal, or you know someone that sells it and you're just wanting to branch out, these, I mean, the shadows are amazing quality. Again, I don't reach for them very often because I don't really know. I mean, I just have so many shadows. That's, I guess, the reality of doing what I do. But I do want to keep these because I want to do a review video on them. And like I said, they are really, really good. So I'm going to keep that. Oh my gosh. This is one that, it's the Coastal Scents Go palette, and I got it in, I want to say either a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy. And when I first opened it, I was like, no, like, I'm not going to like that because it's all rosy tones, and I don't usually go for that. You guys, I can't stop using this. Like, I think in the end, like, these middle color, oops, I just swatched the same one on 2 different fingers. It's just like, I don't really know how to describe these. I don't think that the pigmentation is like unbelievable for these. It's like at a really good level of pigmentation where it just looks really nice on the eyes and you don't have to worry about getting too much on, which can kind of be nice sometimes when you're in a rush. So in the end, I ended up loving this palette. Can't believe it. Use it all the time. Thought I would hate it. So I'm certainly keeping this one. And I'm sure, I don't know how much this costs on Coastal Scents website, but it can't be more than like $10. It's got to be less than that. Looking at all these, I don't know that I'm really going to get rid of many, but even if I only get rid of 1 or 2, that'll be progress, right? This is the Lorac Pro palette, of course. I'm definitely keeping this. I just got it. It's absolutely stunning. Of course, I mean, duh. And I'm working on a review video. I know a lot of people have asked me to review it. There are so many out there, so many reviews of this, though. I almost feel like I'd just be shouting into the wind. But if you, you know, I can do my own 2 cents, but I do love it. This is my MAC palette, which I think I showed in my single shadows one because I took a lot out of the other one and put them in here. I'm still going to depot my other MAC shadows, I think, and put them in here so they're all together. Because I do grab for this almost every single morning. You can see that a lot of these shadows are very well loved. And like I said in that video, I go through what each of these are, I think. See, it was a while ago I filmed that. This is an e.l.f. one, so is that. That's called Wheat. This is an e.l.f. shadow. Or maybe that's called Wheat and that's called Taupe. I don't know. Tons of these are e.l.f. shadows. That's an e.l.f. one. This is MAC Rice Paper. That's an e.l.f. one in Driftwood. MAC, oh, not Satin Taupe. It's the other one. I can't think of the name of that one. This is a Benefit shadow, and this is MAC Omega. So I love these. Use these. Definitely not going to get rid of that. My Naked 1 and Naked 2, I'm definitely going to keep both. I don't know. A lot of people have asked if I'm going to buy the Naked 3. I don't know that I am because I don't know. Well, now that I found out that I actually kind of like rosy shadows, maybe I will, but it's so much money, and I have, I mean, within all my palettes, I've got so many colors, so I know that I have no need for it, but we'll see. I wish they ever went on sale, you know? So, definitely keeping those. The Too Faced Natural Eyes, if you saw my best makeup of the entire year of 2014, this was the only palette I mentioned. It is amazing, and nobody, like, that's not true. Some people talk about it. But it is an amazing palette, and I just feel like it deserves so much more love on here. I like this better than the Naked palettes because there's more you can do with it. There's enough matte shadows to actually do something, and then the shimmery ones are also different. So this Too Faced Natural Eyes, they redid the packaging so it's a metal one, and it's so cute and well made. If you are looking for a palette that's a little cheaper than the Naked, that honestly is more useful, I recommend this one like crazy. I love it, and look how pretty it is. It is so just girly and feminine and like, vintage. It's so amazing. I love it. All right. Naked Basics, I'm going to keep. This is another one. I think if I were to get another Naked palette, I would try the Naked 2 Basics because I use, you know, basic colors most days. This one, if I could change one thing, I would change the fact that these 3 are all so light. Like, I feel like I can't really do much because all 3 of those are so similar. I don't know. I feel like if we had one more mid-tone brown color, taupe color, that would be amazing. So I like it. gonna keep it because I do use it, and this is one that I travel with a lot because of the colors in it, but I wish I could change that one thing about it. This palette, I don't even know if the Balm sells it anymore. I hope they do. They had like 3 or 4 volumes of this Shady Lady palette, and I, of course, got mine on Haute Look like I get most of my high-end makeup. And this one, I don't know which volume it was, but it had these 9 shadows in it, and it's just, I don't know. It's such a cool mixture of colors, and the shadows are literally unbelievable. I mean, look at those. Again, like buttery, almost like, I don't even, it's almost like creamy. I mean, it's amazing. So I don't own any of the other Balm palettes. Like I don't own the Nude Tude or the Dude or Nude Dude, whatever, the 2 different palettes they now have, and that I don't own any of those, but I do have this one, and I've had it since, oh, forever, since before I had a channel, and it's like nostalgic, but it's also amazing. Clearly I use these 3 more than anything, and they're so, so beautiful. Definitely keeping. Okay. Let's see, these 2 Wet n Wild palettes. This is the Comfort Zone. I know I'm going to keep that. I use it all the time. It's amazing. If you, I mean, it's in their permanent collection. You should definitely pick it up. It is amazing. This one, however, was a limited edition one, and I was keeping it for the longest time because it was limited edition and because of this shade here, which clearly I've used a lot, but I don't use any of the other colors. Literally, I don't even know that I've ever used any of the other colors. I do want to swatch this gold one for you. It's such a crazy gold color, but actually that's really pretty. I thought it was like, if I remember, yeah, there is glitter fallout, and that's what I remembered. But it's a really pretty color, and if you can, you know, you could use some MAC Fix Plus to kind of make it a little more moist so it sticks to your eyelid. Regardless, it's a nice palette. I mean, the shadows are okay. This one's awesome, but I'm never using it, and I have this shade in like 10 palettes, so I'm going to pass this on, even though it's limited edition, and I probably won't be able to find it again. The name of this one, by the way, was Walking the Red Carpet. Alright, so these are 2 Starlooks palettes that I own. This one I just got, and this one I've had. This was their New Year's Eve palette for last year's, 2014, when it became 2014. This one, it's, I wish I could swap the, like, this color out, or even this silver, because they don't really, it sounds silly, but sometimes when I look at a palette and I see that 2 colors don't make sense with the rest, it bothers me. Like, it doesn't look right. Even that green should be like over there. So it sounds dumb, but it bothers me. They should have redid the order of these things because it's driving me nuts. Does anyone know, like, somebody tell me below if they know what I'm talking about. What was it, there was another palette, maybe it was the Lorac Pro 2 palette, that might have been it, where the colors like seemed like they were in a random order, and it drove me crazy. I'm like, no, I'll never own it. It's too wonky. Like, I can't, it sounds so dumb. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Regardless, I'm torn about this one because I really like this shade and that one. These 3 really were all I used, and then the rest I kind of used, but I don't know. I don't use it enough, I think, to warrant keeping it. So, although I like it enough, and the shadows, I'll swatch a few shadows for you, because they are nice shadows. I've heard some people, you know, it's gotten mixed reviews, but I think they're pretty darn buttery and nice. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of room. I mean, look. But I just don't use it. That's just it. Point blank. I've got to get rid of it. I don't need to keep it. This one, however, this has colors that I don't have, and you've seen all my palettes now for the most part. I don't have these colors in any palette. And this one, oh, this is the one I could not open that last time. If you've seen that video, you know what I'm talking about. I did it! And ruin my nail polish. It has these, oh my gosh, you guys are gonna die. Look at that. Let's do this red. Oh my gosh, definitely keeping these. Why have I not, like, truly swatched this yet? That is unbelievable. I'm going all the way up my arm there. Wow. Like, what? Oh my gosh, I gotta clean that up. It's gonna drive me crazy. I am astounded. I think I had only swatched, like, I think maybe I'd swatched the green one before. But wow, like, that is so cool. So, now these palettes are on the Starlook site, they're $99, and I just laugh and guffaw when I see that. But real life status, this is like, it's not worth $100, that's for sure. But you can get it. They send palettes in their Starlook Starbox monthly subscriptions, and those are like, I think, $15 a month. So, I mean, and they have all kinds of sales. So don't ever buy this for full price if you're ever to buy it. By the way, the name of this is Mermaid. That makes perfect sense. So definitely keeping that. This one was sent to me by a subscriber, and it's a, what is that brand? She bought it at Kirkland, but it's Borghese or Borghese. I don't know how to say it. And it's, you like my sweatpants? I look super cool. Also, I'm wearing a Mickey shirt that I got in Disney World because, of course I did, because I go there twice a year because I love it, and so does Tyler. Anyway, the shadows are really nice. I do not like this cream. These are gel liners. I used them once or twice. I didn't like them, and I don't know if it's like getting old or I don't know. And also I don't like palettes that are mixed. So like this is a lip product. I don't like that. So this blush is really, really nice. So what I might do, because the shadows are amazing, especially this neutral shadow here, I might somehow depot this and then just toss those, because like I said, the powder's gonna get in them. It just makes me like, it just freaks me out a little bit. But this palette, does it have a name? It's the Beauty Essentials color palette. The shadows are Sheer Rose, Rosewood, Honeysuckle, Herringbone. The blush is in the shade Flirty. The lip gloss is in Petal, and yeah, and then the eyeliner is just black and brown. So like I said, it's nice, but I just don't use those. So I am gonna keep it, but I might depot it. It'd be cool if I could like get this inner part out like this and then just keep them in here and use it like a pretend Z palette, you know? I need to get some Z palettes. So these are all the palettes I'm keeping. This is all I'm getting rid of. Just looking at how many I'm keeping kind of stresses me out. But I can't, at this point, like I'm not ready to get rid of any of them. Either I just absolutely love them, which is the case for most, or they're ones that I do want to make sure that I'm ready to get rid of. And this one, like I said, really is pretty new to me. So, I mean, I guess that's it. The good news is that means I haven't bought a bunch of things that I didn't genuinely love. So that is great news. And these, I'm sure, will find a happy home. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, definitely check the links below. I'll link the playlist to all of my declutter videos. There are a ton of them. It's a whole series. So I'll link you to the very first video in the series so you can kind of watch them in order. So hopefully you enjoyed. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you did, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye!